Hello everyone, and welcome to another Front Porch Politics podcast preview. Now, of course, as you know, I am David Marks, the host of Front Porch Politics, and we have a great podcast coming out for you tomorrow. Podcast 116 is going to discuss the socialist plans to drive our country and our economy towards a recession. So what is taking place that you may or may not be aware of is that starting January 1st, 2020, which is actually tomorrow, the next day from our recording date, that many cities and states will be requiring a $15 an hour minimum wage for all businesses to implement. Now, an example of this is the city of New York. Starting January 1st, New York will require all businesses to pay $15 an hour minimum wage to all workers. The reason why this is important to you and the reason why we're going to be covering this in the podcast is because the socialists that are running for president, like Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, where they're saying they're going to pay for these differences because we're going to have unemployment and a recession will take place through a wealth tax. And we've covered this before, how it doesn't work. Now, it's important to note also that we are going to be discussing Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is at the spearhead of this $15 an hour minimum wage increase, who wants you, the American taxpayer, to also pay for her college. Now, keep in mind that she graduated in 2011 with a degree in economics, but yet she never chose to use that degree. We're going to go into detail about this a little bit more in the podcast and why it's a big scam and why she's trying to scam you and why she says that she's trying to find justice for people, but what she's actually going to create is bad economic policies that will hurt our economy. Now, the whole purpose of why they want to hurt our economy, of course, has ties to the 2020 presidential election. Let's just be honest, right now, Democrats know they cannot beat President Trump on the economy. If you have money in the stock market, you know that you're doing very well right now, and your 401ks, they're rocking. So what this will do is this new policy will actually hurt businesses. And the reason I say this, and we're going to go into more detail in the podcast, is that by driving up minimum wage, businesses will close or potentially have to lay off workers, which will create what? Unemployment. All of you with common sense understand this. So be sure that you check out our podcast 116, where we'll discuss the $15 an hour minimum wage that's going to be implemented starting January 1st, 2020. Also be sure that you check out all of our other resources at podcast.davidlmarsh.com. We love having you be part of our Front Porch family. Subscribe to this channel. Be sure that you hit the subscribe and like button and share it with someone. Be sure that you educate someone on everything that's taking place as we stand and fight for conservative values in America. And until next time, we'll see you real soon.